What is up, DFS soccer community? Keith Jamison, Fantasy Sports Insight, here for a really quick two-game preview for Wednesday's slate on both DraftKings and FanDuel. Let's just jump right into it. So at forward, I think this is going to be a pretty chalky construction. Ronaldo and Dybala to start. Might lose some sets with Pjanic looking like he may be fit to play, but still playing that false nine role. With Juve being today's biggest favorite. So I do really like him mixed with Ronaldo. I do think the price is very, very fair on him. The rest of the forwards I just want to go over real quick. Aguero is probably GPP only away for City. Mahrez does get a set share, but as we're starting to see, Mahrez is great versus Leicester and very average versus the rest. So at 8,500, I think he is tough to fit in your builds. Benzema, I think, is a very solid GPP play with how dodgy City's defense have been. We scroll down, Quadrado, I think, is very, very fringe cash today, playing advanced at the right wing role, most likely for the injured Douglas Costa. Cornet, a little bit pricey as a wingback. Junior, if he starts at left wing for Madrid, is a player I do like quite a bit. I do probably think he's more GPP given the matchup versus City, but I do think he is a very fair play. Dembele leading the line for Lyon, actually mixed with Toko, who I went over, but Dembele is very in play as well. And that should wrap up forward. Big decision point today is going to be, do you fit De Bruyne? As you see, when I click him in, we immediately are already under 5K left per player. And that's not even adding in Toni Kroos, who I'll skip down to, being the most common. Really he's on set monopoly for Madrid, so I think he's going to be really popular at sub 7K, especially when people see this whopping 20.5 DK per game. If he hits 20 today, I'd be shocked, but I think that you can put a fair projection on him in that 8 to 12 range with upside if a goal or assist occurs. So as you see, if we put him in, now we're under 4K a player. We can still build from there, but it is tough. So I'm going to pull out De Bruyne to show you guys just kind of some more open architecture on your builds. At midfield, we really got to scroll down before we get into any more options that I'm interested in. Isco, 5,300, I think is very in play. He's been playing an advanced kind of right wing role for Madrid. He may even play on the left wing if Bale comes back in over Junior. Just depends on what Zidane prefers. The other midfielder I want to highlight that should be pretty popular among sharps is Terrier. He's been on most of Lyon's sets since Depay went down, under 4K. He plays very much of a free-ranging role behind the two strikers, and I do think he is a really nice play. So let's put him in there. As you see, we still have 5,400 left per salary, giving us a ton of wiggle room. Going to defender, I went over this yesterday, but Mendy has been phenomenal in the Premier League. He plays kind of as a false winger and just is out on the left just to send in cross after cross, with Walker tucking in, playing like midfield / a back three. I don't see him being able to do that versus Madrid and the attacking prowess that they have. So 5,700 might be a little expensive. That said, still fair play. Marcelo, I don't think starts. I think Ferland Mendy comes back in, who's just a better left back at this point in his career, more defensive ability. Sandro's probably my favorite spend up for fullback, as a favorite for Juve. Carvajal, very solid as well. Somebody we pay well over 6K for on interleague slates. Dubois or Tite, I believe is how you say it. One of the two of them will play right wing back for Lyon. Mid 4Ks, I think, is fair. Final defender I'm going to highlight is Sergio Ramos. He's on PKs for Madrid. Also a very big set-piece threat for a City team that can struggle versus aerial threats. Very much in play. That wraps up DK. Let's jump over to FanDuel. All right, so let's just run through FanDuel real quick. I'm still going to plug in the two plays that on DK I mentioned I think are the big locks, Ronaldo and Dybala. From there, I think the big decision that you're going to be deciding is your third attacker. So You may have the salary, depending on where you go at goalie, for De Bruyne or Benzema. I think more likely you're going to be in this range from like $17 down. Tony Cruz should be pretty popular on all the sets for Madrid. Junior, I think, is a fine play to get access to Madrid attack. Quadrado, like I've mentioned, is now as a right winger, very solid. Sorry, let me get the defenders off of here. Scroll down. Casemiro actually provides a really nice floor on FanDuel because of all the tackles he attempts. Let's see what else jumps out. Toko Ekmb, I butchered that, but fine play for upside, but no floor, what to speak. Terrier, like I mentioned, most of the sets for Lyon sets are a little less important in FanDuel, but nonetheless gives you a little bit of a floor. Rodrigo, defensive midfielder for City, fine play. Pjanic, if he's in, I like for $11. Isco, same thing, $11 is solid for his upside. Toussaint actually is going to give you a very solid floor today with tackles. And then finally, I'll just bring up Bentancur for $9 is about the cheapest starter we're seeing. On Juve, I think is fine. Sorry, I don't know who Portanova is. Defender, always on FanDuel, I just look for the cheap center backs if we have any, which if we look today, Martial is playing in a back three, so that qualifies as a center back that has a chance for clearances. Really like Denier as well. I just think the Lyon guys are going to be facing an attacking Juve side all day. They give you a solid floor back there. So if we look at plugging both of those guys in, we have about 14 left for 2 attackers and a goalie. We're in good shape to build on FanDuel. Hope that helps, guys. I'm wishing everybody a ton of luck in today's contest, whether you're on FanDuel and you're on DK. If you have any questions or comments, reach out to me at GatorGuy231 on Twitter. If you want all of my content as well as access to me after lineups lock and core plays for every soccer slate, FSI.com. You can subscribe for as low as $3 a day or $10 a week. Take care and good luck.